Hello YouTube! My name is Ren Okuyama.
I'm Cole.
And I'm Donfer.
And we're the Fanboys. And today we're going to bring you our very first deck list of our new YouTube account.
Wait, I never agreed on that name.
Oh, sucks for you.
Okay.
Continuing, today we're going to present to you Donfer's infamous
Evol Love Deck.
Evol, aka Love Deck. Why do you play this deck?
Well, I love dinosaurs. Actually, my first deck was the Dinosaurs Rage. And
The starter deck.
yeah, so I started collecting dinosaurs, and throughout my collection, I started collecting my Evol monsters because they were supports, and also direct monsters. Also other cards like my level 7 dinosaur that I had there, I forgot the name, but yep, I use dinosaur decks.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So begin.
Okay, so for my level 6, I use 2 Elias for Soldas.
Oh, what do you come with?
Well, I use Nahasho. I'm gonna explain that when I show it to you.
All right.
I have a level 5 for Darwino for overlay for a rank 5 with Westlaw. I use 3 Ceratos for attack power. They're level 4, and I use them for Lagia or Doka or any other rank 4 monsters. And they also have good attack power, and they're good searches for Evol monsters. I run 3 Evol Volcanos, which not many of you will agree with me, but I like 3 because mostly decks today destroy cards that I have on the field. So having this card, 3 of these cards, will keep consistent special summons, so I can get a Lagia or Doka or any other rank 4s from my graveyard.
Have you considered putting Volcano in your side deck?
I thought about that, and I thought I was gonna use Pelta instead, but Pelta usually its effect activates when they're destroyed, and they only gain 500 defense. I mean, it's really good defense, but most monsters you can get with 2000 attack with Blaster.
Do you get dead draws with that card?
Dead draws?
Dead draws.
Yes, I do. Sometimes do get dead draws with Evol monsters, especially with this card, because I need this card in the deck. And the only way I can use it in my hand if I have Donto in my hand, which allows me to specify from my hand. And I'm gonna explain why I have certain cards so that I can get this dead draws away from my hand. I have 2 Dipples. When they're special summoned, I can destroy a spell trap card, kind of like an MST. For my level 3 reptiles, I use Evol Westlaw. When they're flip face up, I can special summon a Evol monster from my deck, and I can do many combos with that, like Darwino, Elias, and for rank 6, rank 5, and for rank 4s with Cerato and Volcano. And I also use Evol Lago Susho. This has the same effect as Westlaw, and it also has another effect that allows me to get a monster, Evol monster from my deck to the graveyard, so that if I were to trigger this card using an Evil Force, I can get Volcano and get the Evol monster from the graveyard, special summon it from the graveyard, and overlay for Lagia or Doka.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah.
You only run 1? Why not 2?
Well, because I already have Westlaw, and this is only good for certain situations.
Alright.
Yes, because I may not have Evil Force in my hand.
Oh, okay.
And I run 2 Evol Nahashos as level 2s. My reptiles, when they're tributed, I can get any Evol monster from my deck and special summon it.
Okay, is there also another dead draw for you sometimes?
Can it be a dead draw? Yes, and I'm gonna explain which card helps me a lot if it's a dead draw later on. I have Odonto, so if I have Evol monsters in my hand, and Jafiro if I have Evol monsters in my graveyard when it's destroyed by battle. And the reason why I sometimes have dead draws is because I can't use them. So that's why I include in my deck Blaster.
Of course.
Blaster might be very, very overused, but it works. Do not think that I'm using this because it's a dragon, it's a Blaster, but it works really well with my deck because I may have not only dead draws but a dead graveyard. I can have a lot of reptiles there that I'm not even gonna use. Even my my rank 4 monsters that are fire attributes I won't be able to use them again. So that's why I run Blaster. Also, if I have like a certain Evol Star monsters in my hand that I can't use, so I use Blaster and destroy one card on the field. And that's it for my monsters.
How
No.
many monsters do you run?
How many monsters? That's 20 monsters.
20 monsters? Good.
Yeah. I use Evil Diversity for search for my Evil Towers
they're
and
all
Evil Stars.
searching?
Yes. And I run 3 Evil Force.
How does that work for you?
It's an awesome card. It has the effect on an Evil Town monster when you tribute it, and you can special summon a Evil Star monster from the deck. That's why I combine this with Nahasho. And the reason why I run 2 is because Evil Force might be great with 3 Nahashos, but Nahashos might be a dead draw because I'm not always gonna have Evil Force. That's why I only have 2 Nahashos. And with my dead hands, I use Primordial Soup, so I can shuffle the Evil Star monster from my hand to the deck and draw the same number, so I can get any other card that is not an Evil Star.
Your reload.
It's kind of like a reload. It's a reload for Evil Stars. And another searcher for dinosaurs is Fossil Dig. It's good for Cerato and Elia, so you can special summon or get any attack power.
Have you thought about running more than just one?
No, because I already have 3 searchers.
But it's good to have more searchers.
It's good, but we sometimes do need staples in this decks.
Fossil Dig and Primordial Soup works with any dinosaur deck, or would you just recommend them for Evo?
Primordial Soup only works for Evil Star monsters, not dinosaurs. But Fossil Dig does work with any dinosaur, so if you want to run like Rescue Rabbit, for example, you can get a Fossil Dig, but I don't use Rescue Rabbit in this deck. I run space staples for like Dark Hole for pesky monsters. MST.
Why just one?
Well, just one because it's limited.
No.
Oh.
Why one MST?
Oh, okay. I thought you asked that question. Why one MST? Because I do have Diplo, which when I special summon, I can destroy a set card. I mean, any spell trap card.
But this format, everyone's going to play a lot of back row. Why not, arm yourself with that power of taking them all down?
Well, because normally some trap cards and some spell cards activate when I attack. So that's why I have Lagia. Lagia negates any activation trap cards, spell cards, special summons, and normal summons. So that's why I don't run that many mystical space typhoons.
If you could, would you think about it at least?
I would think about it.
Would you recommend them to probably recommend anyone that's making this deck?
If you really want to use it as a side deck to run 2 more MSTs. And that's enough for my spell cards. For my trap cards, I run 2 Mirror Forces. And run 2 Breakthrough Skills, not only to negate the effect of a monster in my opponent's turn, but also in my turn. So that when I were to attack. And an archetype is an Evil Instant, which I'm going to replace later with Evil Singularity. It's an awesome card that's going to come out. And what it does is I can target 1 Evil Town monster in my graveyard and 1 Evil Star monster in my graveyard. Special summon Evil Star monster in my extra deck and use them both as XYZ materials. I run staples for Compulse.
Of course.
Solemn Warning for special summons. Turn to Tribute if I'm having Lagias and Dolkas that are without any materials, and Soldas. Bottomless for Banishing, and Blackhorn. Mainly today, a lot of decks use special summons, so I use Blackhorn because I want to negate these special summons so that I can use my effects in my next turn. And that's all for my deck. That's 20 monsters, 10 spells, and 10 trap cards. For my extra deck, I use Evil Star Solda. That's my only one Evil Star rank 6 that I have. When Evil Singularity comes out, I'm gonna have maybe 2 or 3, which is gonna replace Gauntlet Launcher. I use this monster mainly because there might be some monsters in the field already, so I want to remove them or destroy them. For my rank 5s, I run number 61. for attack and effect damage, and number 19 if I want to have an extra Lagia or an extra Soda with me. I'll run 3 Lagias because
main purpose of the deck?
it's the main purpose of the deck. And I use 3 because, I mean, who doesn't want to negate anything that your opponent wants to do?
Why not replace it with the Utopia?
I run 2 Dolkas, and I only run 2 because having a third one would be not that good, convenient, because I normally get Lagia first, and then I get Dolka. And because Dolka only negates monster effects in the hand or graveyard as trigger effects, which is not gonna be used mostly all the time, but Lagia is gonna be used even more because your opponent does way more than just monster effects. And I also use King the Feral, the Imps. If I can special summon a Evolsar, when I have this monster in my field, I will usually get this card.
So an additional searcher.
Yeah, it's like an additional searcher for Nahasho and Evil Force. And a staple, number 101. Awesome card to destroy, not destroy, but take control as a material any special summon monsters, like really high attack based monsters, or really effective monsters your opponent has. Number 39.
Of course.
Got a Cowboy for last effect damage.
Of course.
And number 30 for last attack.
How does that work for you?
I mean, it does burn me if I don't use him, but I will usually use him if I want to kill my opponent, or pretty much just kamikaze if they have a 3000 attack monster. So I use this as a last resort.
Alright.
And also for another rank 3s, I use Ghost Trick Alucard. An awesome card, very versatile. 2 level 3s, not Ghost Tricks. I mean, it is used for Ghost Tricks as the archetype, but this card is really useful because I can destroy any set card, including monsters.
So an additional MST.
Yeah, it's pretty much like an MST with a monster MST, pretty much. I MST your monster.
Oh my god, MST my monster.
So like, yeah, guys.
Alright, that is his... Oh wait, you still have your side deck if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
I do have a side deck. Why are you trying to end the video? Oh yes, 12 minutes. Oh my god. I'm sorry,
Side
guys.
decks are horrible.
Okay, so for a lot of cards like Bujins and Hero Rulers, I use Deity Crow. Heroes and Rulers.
What could Hero Rulers be?
I use Book of Moon for if they summon a monster that activates their effects, or if they attack, I don't want them to attack my monster. Soul Taker. I know that a lot of cards cannot be targeted nowadays, but if I can, this is a really good card so I can destroy a monster that has a really good effect. I mean, I might give them 1,000 life points, but I can easily take them away with Elias or... not Elias, Lagia or Dolka, and so on. I use Pelta to replace Blaster, and I'll explain later on why I use it. And I use Exceed Soul because I might want to get a Lagia back from my graveyard to the extra deck, so I can use it again. And 2 Trap Calls for Bujins and other normal summons like Fire Fist. 2 Dark Bribes to negate any activation in a trap card, spell card like Dark Calls, big stuff like that. And you know, mostly negate special summons with Black Horn of Heaven because normally today is every special summons. And for this card will benefit me because Ghost and Match does not allow anyone to have more than 1 attribute. So since every monster that I have in my field are fire, your opponent has to send to the graveyard until they only have 1 attribute as a monster.
Nice.
Why I use Pelta? It's because I have Mind Drain. Blaster's effect activates in the hand. I mean, I'm gonna replace it, but if I really want to use this card's effect, I will probably replace Blaster if I really want to get more dinosaurs for my Lagia, Dolka, or any rank force. And that is my side deck.
And thank you for watching Donfer's Evil, aka Love Deck.
Please